Good morning, everyone. This is Carl F. Rose recording from Bedford, Pennsylvania on Thursday, July 13th, 2024. I have a bone to pick with my usual person, Dan CRIMINAL Campbell and the Detroit Lions. All I want from you, Dan Campbell, is you need to get a hold of me right away. I mean, you just got to stop what you're doing. I don't care what it does to the team. Because you've got drug addicts on the team, you've got street thugs, and not only that, you're guilty of criminal charges yourself. That's why you need to talk to me and answer a few questions, because I want to sort this out. Because if you didn't do what I think you did, then that changes everything, and I will offer a public apology, but I can't do anything until you hear from me. If I was there near Allen Park, trust me, you would find out what two broken kneecaps would be, and you might be twice my size, but let me tell you something. I've picked up a 300-pound biker at one point in time by the vest, put him into a chair and told him to sit down and shut the F up, very bluntly. All his members were there. He was being rude and obnoxious, and the bar went silent. And then the president of the club came up and actually thanked me. I thought he was going to take me outside or something. But what he couldn't figure out was how the hell I picked up somebody who was 3 times my size and set him in a chair. I said, well, I got annoyed with it, and I said, I could tell, I knew you. He tried, the guy in the biker in the chair tried to say, and his president told him the same thing. He says, listen to the man, shut up. He used a bunch of other words too. But anyway, by the end of the time, though, the bartender gave me a cup of coffee, and I kept giving him coffee, and finally when he was getting to realize where he's at, and he looks at me, squinted at me, he says, did you actually pick me up and put me in this chair? I said, yeah. I said, you were annoying to me, you were annoying to all your club members, and you were just a total pain in the ass, and somebody had to do something, so I was sitting next to you, so I did it. And he asked me to come over to his table, and he bought me a beer. He was still drinking coffee. And we actually ended the conversation on a good note. But yeah, I just want an explanation from you, Coach, because something is going on and it has your name all over it, because I know how to figure it out. And I want to know why you are constantly interfering with everything I'm doing every single day. I'm on the verge of making $5,000 a day working on stuff, and you keep coming around and sabotaging it every day. You're going to be paying a penalty for that, unless I figure out whether it's you or not. So far, all I know is you. So, unless you want broken kneecaps, or being hauled away by the federal agents, just get a hold of me, and I just want to ask you a few questions, and the answers to your questions will determine whether or not you're doing any of this. But for what I know is you're involved in my life in a bad sort of way and interfering with everything I'm doing. And soon enough I'll have the power and the authority to just wipe you off the map, and I'll take the Detroit Lions down with me. With you, I mean, not with me. I'm going up, you're going down, unless you can clear your name. That's it on you. Mr. Beast, I got a bone to pick with you, too. Kind of, sort of. One of your interviews, you were saying something like there's no reason in the world why anybody shouldn't be making $5,000 a day on the internet. And you and me are on the same boat on that. With everything out there, your games and other games, I mean, because there's a lot of good games out there, and also there's some really bad ones. I seem to pick out a bunch of the bad ones, but for some dumb reason, some of your games that I really, the new ones, the tile ones, they work great, but whatever reason, on all my Samsung stuff now, if those games aren't designed for Samsung, then I might have to put those onto my non-Samsung phones, my Motorola. I use Motorola and I use Samsung, and the games I'm talking about, I'm running on Samsung, and they always I get to right to level 3, the end of level 3, where I can proceed, and it freezes up. So either I'm using something that was not set up for Samsung, or because I don't understand it, how other people are making their money, and me, every time I can't get past level 3 because everything freezes up. I might try it on one of my Motorola phones and see what happens. If that's the case, I will do that later today. And if it goes through, I'll let you know and get that all cleared. So I have a funny feeling that now that I'm thinking about it, it's, I might be trying to play a game on something that wasn't really designed for a Samsung phone, maybe, and that's probably why I'm having my problems. I don't use iOS at all. I just Samsung and Motorola are my favorites. Then I have a Lenovo gaming laptop. So anyway, well, I'll try that test. Those videos went on long enough, so we'll talk to you later.